In 2019, when I was 9, I took part in a school climate strike. I spoke in front of several hundred people outside the forum. I said that our government, other countries' governments, were not doing enough to combat climate change. I asked the crowd to make some noise. They made some noise. Despite historically being the least likely to contribute to rising CO2 levels, people living in less developed countries are often worst affected by climate change. Is this fair? An example of a developing country in a vulnerable location is Fiji. When Cyclone Anna hit earlier this year, it was the second Class 5 cyclone to hit within a month. Climate change is causing cyclones to get stronger and more frequent. Britain's problems are tiny by comparison, and if we don't support others, we will look back and ask, why didn't we do this? Many effects of climate change are worse felt in Africa, South America and Southern Asia, and these include floods, droughts, lack of food and safe drinking water, and air pollution. The fact that they have widespread poverty makes these effects even more devastating. The governments in developed countries have the opportunity to give money to build water supplies to improve basic healthcare and housing. They can also fund education to help farmers grow crops that are more resilient to floods and droughts. But we aren't doing this. Why? Many developing countries are vulnerable to climate change because of their location or because they're densely populated. In the Philippines, the city of Manila is under threat from hurricanes and floods. Developing countries already have plans to build infrastructure, and the Philippines have a flood management master plan for Manila. We should support these efforts. Some people might be thinking that it's not our responsibility, but because our carbon emissions are very low, 1.1%, compared to India or China, who together emit 1/3 of total carbon emissions. Although these figures are true, it's our responsibility to put pressure on our government through committed, determined, enthusiastic campaigning. And this is something we are doing. Our government, other countries' governments, were not doing enough to combat climate change. I challenged our government then, and I challenge our government now. We are doing our bit. We need to be unstoppable. We are unstoppable. Thanks.